Da 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 da. Alright, it's time to go to Fontaine! Ooh. New cool character select screen. The dog decided now would be a good time to want to play tug of war as soon as I started streaming. We're not back to it. I should probably not.
For justice.
Bad. Yeah, what's up, Retro? I'm not sure who I should add here. That was fun.
Just sharpen my spear. Don't tell me they did it again.
Well, you're in for it. What's up, cool? What's up, Jeff? Hey, where do I Caravan Reba? Where fucking near Fontaine?
The first time we came here.
Overthrow the government! Hey, View, what's up, dude? Hope you're feeling better about your shit about getting COVID from Evo.
Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
I guess we may have stumbled upon this place at some point before.
So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
Is this any different from the last time we were here?
This peace will last a long time. And then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yeah, but as long as we're around, it's hard to say what will happen because we cause trouble everywhere.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
I literally go looking for each nation's god, of course. And my sibling just happens to be the leader of the Abyss. Yes, we're going to cause trouble. You're the problem. Fucking double crosser. That's not right about. That's what I have to do during the week if I want to stream. I gotta just like stream during the early evening, which I can only do because my wife's on it. I can stream in game. That's not the. That's definitely not the gesture of choice there. Yeah, right. Yeah, the first time I had it, I didn't have any symptoms. The second time I had it, felt like I was hit by a truck for like 2 days.
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most,
you were
super tired. Paimon
literally drowning in the water.
And even then, you fished Paimon out. think about heading to our next destination.
Yeah, I mean, why the fuck haven't we gone to Fontaine yet?
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
This is exactly where we'd run into somebody like you.
Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
Because she's a bad bitch and she can be wherever the fuck she wants.
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods.
Transport
I'm on my way
I
to
feel
report
you.
back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two
Here?
talking about anyway?
Preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. Bye, I guess. Come with us! Yeah, now I can only stream once a week because with the work I have now, it just... Usually, I'm in bed by like 9. Tonight's going to be well, it's not going to be super late, but I'll probably push like 10 tonight. Oh my god! Then I'm going to stream early again tomorrow. So I'm going to start a little later, but go a little later. Probably start at like 7 or like 8.
Huh?
Fontaine?
Are you serious?
My
Can't say I saw
hometown.
that coming.
World.
But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Agreed. Come with us.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
If you're one of them, yes.
But no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
We always come back for limited
Sounds
time
good.
events.
All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you
Long
two,
stretch
I'm
of
sure
desert.
it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Journey should be spontaneous. We'll leave as soon as we've finished a few more preparations. I'm too old for this shit now.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
Wow, on a list of things I give a shit about. Stuff Paimon hasn't had yet. I wonder.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going
Not
away
even going the
party or
same way we
anything.
are.
It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you.
True story.
Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
Because we are humble.
By the
And
way,
you know we're
should we
humble
go say bye to
because
Nahida?
we pronounce that we are humble. Hey, well, babe. There is if you have membership. I think. I'm not sure if I still have glad hands. Otherwise, yeah, I'm assuming there's a basic. We are not playing right now. You had your chance, and you waited until I started streaming to decide, let's play Tug of War. Yeah, well, now you're shit out of luck. That's a shitty clap emote. She'll know from our dreams anyways.
Oh, good point.
That's kind of
No
shitty.
need to bother her in the real world.
That's so lazy.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Idea.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
They knew exactly who I wanted to see before I left. Well done. Well done. You, Hoyoverse, you get me. Oh, okay. I guess we're just there. That is awesome. Okay, so Sumeru had like the bombasticest fucking music in all the games so far, and it's like improved with each nation. I think this is where we might plateau a little bit. I guess we'll see. Also, in my universe's headcanon, we decided to pay Dia to come with us because fuck that. So yeah, she's yep.
Time to get down to business.
Yep. She came with us. That is how you create your own lore. Jesus, where am I? What the why is this here now? There's a lot of law upcoming. So Fontaine is the nation of justice. And they very much enjoy the Phoenix Wright style of courtroom antics, i.e. more about performance than actual substance of law. Law itself is kind of an afterthought. I know I'm absolutely going to hate this Archon, but that's what's going to make this so fun. It also means I have to get literally every 5-star, because they're all going to be fucking lawyers and judges and... Damn it. So there's just this random boat that's here, huh? Summon my minor ship. The fucking Archon, although she's not the judge. What's his face is. Where am I going? Straight ahead? That would make most sense. Ah, the statue of the sun is up there. Ooh, hello. This is the Hydroculus. There are 422 of these that I need to get, and that is going to take a while. Anyways, those aren't Dia's ears. She has normal ears. That's just like a headrest thing. I come in peace. Please allow me inside. I have to talk to somebody to get this gate open, or... You there. Okay, she is apparently incapable. Okay, so is he. Wow, a lot of non-talking NPCs. That's a great way to start off the new nation. Yep, that's a pretty good sailor outfit without being like too stereotypically sailor, but it's got the sailor look still. And this is a new thing. It's like the perfect mix between a cat and a fox. I guess. Hello there. Tell me about the sea. Deep sea. Ooh, what are you gonna give me? What are you talking about? This? So this is because of this, which is because of this.
Annie's adventure team assemble!
So I'm still one of those holdouts that haven't C6'd my Bennett. So that red mark will stay up there as long as I don't use this. Now, I should, because its relevance and like the reason it was bad. Okay. The reason it was bad is like not really a thing anymore. Otherwise it's beneficial, so I should just use it. I need to be going up. What am I doing? Well, I mean, it kind of is, but it's still like mostly France, right? But like a canal sort of inspiration to it. Yeah, Eula's the biggest reason to not C6 Bennett. So if you're a Eula main, it doesn't make sense to do it. Like that's one of the big reasons to not ever. I still use Eula a lot, but I don't use her with Bennett anymore. I use her with Mika just to try using other characters, although Mika's disappointment. It could be because I don't have a passport. That could be exactly why. Where's your passport? Oh, we're gonna have to take you to detention. Who are you to do that? We're the, fuck. What is the I in ICE? Customs and Enforcement. How am I gonna be an immigration attorney and not remember immigration? Is it just immigration, customs, and enforcement? I'm just gonna stop talking. Tiora, Baiji. I swear some of these names just, it seems like they just, like, sounded out some things that sound like they might be names, and we're like, yep. Oh, wow. That's really interesting, that the opening is just a little... Actually not that big for a first area. Actually, that's not true. Oh, I mean... I guess it's bigger than, like, this, but it's significantly smaller than this. Yes? The water is speaking to me. Oh yeah, I get to be a fucking hydro now. It'll be lonely going underwater alone. We'll see. Do you have to be Hydro Traveler for that to work? Because I would really prefer to be Dendro Traveler. What is that? Pretty bad, huh? That is... I feel like that should be, like, the power you have at the very beginning of a game. Constantly applying Hydro? Well, that's what we got fucking Mona for. I know not everybody has Mona. But we should actually use Mona instead of, Go.
It is as the stars foretold.
My time to shine, bitches. I do. Enter fucking Fontaine. Oh, that's fun. That's something like that for Arrow too. Yeah, I've seen the craftable weapons, and I'm like, this has to be like a thing, because like otherwise, these weapons are trash. But yeah, I understand. And here it's healing is more of a thing. Although I wouldn't have thought losing HP would be a hydro. So you didn't answer my question.
Welcome Welcome to the Clementine Line Aquabus.
Oh, aren't you just
This
adorable?
boat tour will take you to the magnificent Court of Fontaine, the most important city in our nation.
Oh, it's so rude.
I'm Ava, and I'll be your tour guide for this trip. Even though I'm not as reliable as Elfan from the Navia line, I'll still do my very best. And if you're dissatisfied with anything, feel free to let me know right away. Oh, wait a sec. It's, please contact a staff member with your feedback after reaching the station, and we will address your concerns as
Oh, is
soon
that
as
Kale?
possible. Back on topic. The destination of this trip will be the Court of Fontaine.
He has such an adorable voice. I don't know if that's...
If you'd like to learn more about the latest technological developments in Fontaine, the hottest new trends in cuisine, or upcoming sensational trials, please subscribe to the Steambird.
But the chest! Nope, nope, stay on target. Gonna stare into your eyes till we get there. Dead ass eye contact. So one interesting thing, so we know that Fontaine's
The
the
Steambird runs lots of fantastic
capital of Fontaine,
serialized
Fontaine
novels,
City.
including
original,
the
right?
thriller Great Detective Herlock, which recently reached its dramatic conclusion.
Herlock!
Right at the very end.
Copyright infringement!
Mastermind, revealed to be the assistant, Miss Jacoba, in a duel at the old site of Lilia Cruces Ordo. I couldn't stop my feelers from shaking. Oh no, did I spoil it for you? Oops. Anyway, coming up ahead on your left-hand side is Mercy Village, the hometown of all Melusines, myself included.
I was just gonna
It's
say, like,
equal to
I'm
ground
curious to
just
see
over
the
there.
other cities. Are those all Zele? Zelas? Zeles? Whatever the correct pronunciation is. I don't think the game has the correct pronunciation.
We will now pass through Poisson Tunnel. Now that
Oh,
I think
shit.
about it, very
That
few
sucks.
people tend to take this line.
Am I supposed to just sit here and
Maybe
not
it's
do
because
something about that?
humans don't really like deserts. After all, the most popular route in and out of Fontaine is through Liyue's Chenyu Vale.
Or we
I
haven't
heard that
even
in
been
places
yet.
with lots of sand, even Clockwork Mecca will start to malfunction. I mean, no rational person would try to cross a vast, hot, and dry desert to get to Fontaine, right?
Yeah, well, we're idiots.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to imply that you were irrational.
You're right, you didn't mean to imply it. You explicitly stated it. All these chests. No, 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 no. This is story night. I will get to the chests later. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. Apparently I can't go beneath, though. Apparently there's no fucking entrance beneath. So there just isn't anything beneath. Oh, but there is.
Ahem. Looking ahead on your right-hand side is the Aeneas, where the Opera Epiclese is located.
If that's the name of the
You see that
courtroom.
really tall structure? I once asked Elfin, what's that big old thing?
They call their courtroom an
She
opera.
said,
I
"No clue.
am
It's
going
the use of
to
learning
be
the
very
meaning of
displeased.
things." But anyway, Elfin is a super amazing and super friendly Melusine. If you have a chance, you really should take the Navia line and listen to her tour.
I can
Behind
jump
me is
off.
the
I do not
destination
want
of
to.
our tour, the magnificent Court of Fontaine. Please take all of your personal belongings with you when you disembark.
There is a lot of water. Like, I knew there'd be a lot of water, but this is a lot of water. Why do they have wings? What's the point? They used to fly, but now they don't so much anymore. Those wings are...
I almost forgot. Ahem. Well, aboard the Aquabus, please keep your head, hands, and other body parts, as well as your canes, swords, cameras, and other personal items inside the boat at all times.
That is the first thing you should have
The
said.
Aquabus operator bears no responsibility whatsoever for any injury or loss incurred as a result of disobeying the rules.
That is definitely what you should have said first.
Maybe it's a bit late for the disclaimer. Anyway, I'm happy you've had an incident-free journey today, and it was my pleasure to serve as your tour guide for this trip. Thank you!
Oh. Our voice lines are done. I do not want to talk to you.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Oh. Oh, where am I supposed to go? Cruise. Hydro. Imagine this. This city is apparently sinking slowly. So it is slowly getting destroyed. I don't know the lore behind that yet. Oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? Where's the fucking... Where is it? Up? Alright, let's go up. Yep. Yep, I thought our objective was to take the boat and then come here. It was not. It was to go to some other place over... Oh, it's right there. It was a big ol' loops. There's a rogue quest right away. That's fun. This is the court, huh? That is pretty goddamn epic, not gonna lie. I am actually going to take this as my new banner background instead of whatever the fuck I have now. Some weird generic school thing. Hey. Wow, that's a lot of waypoints. Must be because it's multi-layered. All right, now let's go all the way. Come again? Oh, because I have to wait for this. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. That's like what? A 5-frame like possibility for that to even happen? What was I supposed to talk to? Yeah, the lift is running really goddamn slow. Are you serious? Alright, fuck that.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port!
I gotta ride the boat again?
Oh, everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed.
Does that look
there
advanced?
Are all kinds of unusual machines.
It just looks different. So I heard, and it's about what I imagined.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice.
Unimpressed.
But maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Icon. Yeah. What's the first thing we should do? Let's go meet their god.
Good idea. Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Our journey is to find my sibling and also to find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality.
She seems like she's an asshole, so...
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Stop referring to two people talking to each other as a party. You are really diluting the meaning of that word.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
They're talking about somebody who was probably executed, as though it's like a performance.
Excuse me. Can
That's
I help you
my
too?
assumption, and I'm
I
pretty
couldn't
sure I'm
help
right.
but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask.
Some
but
kind
you
of
seem to be
play!
really busy
No,
talking
this
about
is real
some
life,
kind of
motherfucker.
Play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
I need to stress this. This is gonna make Phoenix Wright seem like an amazing justice system.
Really? Like a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they?
Aren't everything
and
a
what
story?
You see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
They did! Those sons of bitches! Oh my god. I'm furious. I don't even want to. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. So they see trials as a sort of opera? How stupid can you be?
Shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries.
Tell that to the Phoenix
Other
Wright
visitors
judge.
to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases.
That is...
And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon.
Oratrice
Between the
Mécanique
machine and the
d'Analyse
Chief
Cardinal.
Justice, false charges and
I'm so bad
injustice
with
are a
French.
thing of the past now.
The judgment device created by the Archon.
Pure trees? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance.
I mean, there is...
Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Huh. I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time
The
slots available.
fuck's an appointment?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, you say that she's always at the opera house?
Oh, she's about to catch it hard this playthrough.
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs.
Yeah, because she sounds like a
Reason it's
gigantic
difficult to make an
fucking
appointment is
wench.
simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
Like, A was terrible, don't get me wrong, but this makes me more mad because it's more like I can resonate with this more.
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Does she show fucking
Yes,
respect? Doesn't
you're
seem like
right.
it.
I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Noirceur.
In front of visitors,
Come
Alex. In
on.
front of
Sure,
Fontaine,
there's a
who
lot of
fucking
laws
cares?
here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the Hydro Icon, but they don't appear to revere her. I guess they've been doing it. She's been doing it wrong.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we
Traveler's
know
like,
where we
looks.
can find the Hydro
Ryan
Archon
Shogun
at
might
the
have had
house.
been onto something there.
But who knows how long making an appointment will take?
People literally shit themselves when she walks down the
Look around the
street.
city in the meantime. Hey, what are you looking over there for?
There's a girl over there.
Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Who cares? If she can swim, it's
Maybe
fine.
we better go check on her.
Like, seriously, why is that a big deal? We could jump in the water right now, and Paimon's not gonna be like, "Don't jump in the water!" I got I'm pretty stoked about this. When I finally get to use her, she is gonna be off the goddamn chain! I was really, really lucky in my picks. Charlotte? Ooh, I can't wait for Charlotte. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's possibly the most adorable characters in this entire game.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then.
So the teaser trailer
Yes, noticed that you
basically
seem to be worried about
confirmed that
something.
she's not a mechanical
Well,
being,
many
right?
things,
Which
actually.
she was
But there's
rumored
nothing
to
I
be.
can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
Which hill? There's like
You're
5 of
pointing
them.
at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Fantastical race from
Where
Fontaine.
people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged.
Can you turn around and talk
He
to
would
us?
skip and jump,
She has not turned
tossing
around to
sand
look
in
at
the
us
wind.
once.
The sun shone brightly, and the air was
Like,
filled
so
with the scent of the
rude.
sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
I get it!
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you
Or she
mean.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Winnie!
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our
Literally just
childhood,
walked up
that's
to
all.
her and then
There's
she's
no need for any concern.
just started talking.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
Hey, speak for yourself. You don't.
It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all.
Damn, why do you
I'm
call her
usually
out
the
like
only one
that?
she ever talks to.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us.
Possessive
Paimon's
much?
always the one talking for some reason.
I talk. Hardly anything left for me to say with you around Paimon.
So that's how you think it is?
Oh, that's definitely how it
I
is.
also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Woo, let's go. High five. High five. I actually really like the fan. It's not really, I guess it's a fan theory. I really call it more of a fan interpretation. That the reason the Traveler doesn't talk as much is because she's not from this world and she doesn't really know the language that well. So it's better to let Paimon do the talking for the most part. And we just kind of chime in every so often.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh, what's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin?
Well, the whole city is dying.
Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Haven't we? We know each other's names.
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
I'm with Paimon on this one.
Hello, traveler.
Hello, Linny. It's a pleasure to meet you. Was he stealing something
And
from me?
hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, all right then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here.
Finish things here?
Please,
What is there
follow
to
me.
finish? There's nothing here. It's just a dock with some levels. Their drug trade, I guess. Also, I'm definitely... So I lost pity. I got a Dia, which I was pretty happy about. But now I'm like 70-something wishes in. I'm in soft pity. I should be getting Linny anytime.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Of course she has, if she knew I'm here. Oh, let's go. This is the gun lady.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
She's like Bizarro Herda.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Yeah! Yeah, I've been waiting for this the whole time.
Is she talking about us?
Nah. Nah, she's talking about doing the top hat, then obviously nobody here seems to be holding a glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I
Oh, you mean when their
welcome you
nations are better
nevertheless.
off once we leave them?
No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured.
Holy shit.
I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Well, finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes.
Yeah, well, we haven't, because we did that entire
But the
boat
Hydro
ride.
Archon's entrance was...
That's all the Hydra Archon knew. We took the boat ride.
a little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
Her VAing is really good, though. I like the voice they gave her.
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything
That
about
guy
you.
went the opposite way as us, but somehow
Both of
got
us
here
sounding
before we
high
did.
and mighty.
It's like she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
You're
Hey,
too far up
what's
your
all
own
the commotion?
ass.
Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
I guess not.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
It sustains me.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land.
Are you sure?
Just as you were hoping to see.
You beat the shit out of the Ryan Shogun, and I'm pretty sure she's more powerful than you are.
Fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting gods, I've got a resume. With this dull blade in hand.
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is
God,
a duel
whoops.
against the divine?
Have you? You think the stories about us
What
are?
are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
She was the one who said you wanted a duel.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her
That's how
bravery.
you pronounce the name. I thought it was
Few have the
Chlorine.
courage to
Like a
draw their
silent
sword
D.
against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
She has the spirit of a lawyer. I'll give her that.
On Arrhenius, Criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Bring it on!
All right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Actually, not put this together yet.
Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
We literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Obvious?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of
Got me.
violating this law, no?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's Our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
No fucking shit, Sherlock. Sorry, Herlock.
Precisely. Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's argue over what these words mean.
How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician.
She's no more a
Linny,
flying object than we are a
my
walking
lord
object.
citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show.
Fuck that. The burden of proof is
with
on
such
her.
An audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Ah, so that's what he did. Dude foresaw this coming.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Ah, when Linny patted you on the back. His hand is definitely on her ass, not on her back.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Let's go, Etienne.
Huh.
He
I'm
knows.
not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Ah, but Linny is like
Amusing.
competent
Very
Lionel Hutz.
amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance?
Dude's all like, I'm not wearing a tie at all.
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person.
Hold up. In order for there to be a trial, there must have been charges. So there were charges already. The charges occurred. You brought them. You're simply not going through with them. Because you are allowing the case to be dismissed. because there's no judge to order me not guilty. Unless you are both the prosecution and the judge, in which case there's a bit of a conflict of interest. You know, kings had that issue too. Pesky things like objectivity.
But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
She really, I don't think
look forward to
knows.
seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linney and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now.
Toodle-oo.
Toodaloo.
Toodle-oo. Hey, Chlorine, come back! Oh! Just walked away from us.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Did you know that was going to happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think
My
it would actually
man.
come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
Asshole.
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a Mr.
Brush off my
Fernandez.
question?
It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Bastardized
And
judge
speaking
justice.
of performances, I
Infuriating.
would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
You may invite us.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
That looks like a magic bag to me.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned.
And the
In
Archon
end,
will
the people
weep on
will
her
all be
throne.
dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Get it? The people are the sin?
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence
Celestia don't
is
give
what
a
matters.
fuck.
There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these
If
claims,
Celestia did give a
so
fuck,
they can
well,
only be
I
regarded
guess it could
as
be
conjecture.
This could be
If
caused
even
by a
the
nail.
people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely?
Ah, yes. Just
Why
ignore and
bother
hope it
feeling guilty all the time?
never matters.
That's exactly
the way
what
to
the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
But now the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Dude's just giving away a bag of holding.
Carmen gets it. It's like preparing for a rainy day. But this is more than a bit of rain.
Prophecy is true, then is there no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
I don't think you can force somebody to take something against their will. Oh my god, hold on, sorry. This is like the 5th time that my flight has changed. Okay, so I leave earlier. Ugh. Ugh. So instead of leaving at 8:10 in the morning, I'm now leaving at 7:20 in the morning. And then leaving from our second destination later. Anyways. Alright. Take this bag of holding, sir.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
Are you fucking stupid? First of all, it's free. We have a bunch of them, so it's not like we need to keep them. Why wouldn't you just want to have a bag like this? It doesn't make sense, unless you are an actual moron.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
Not with that attitude. Well, I mean, they will with that attitude.
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Wow, holy fuck. This guy's like, take me, grand water.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
Please, take this.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Man of reason.
Thanks.
Man of reason.
Oh, please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Etienne. Etienne's that dude. This last person across the way. Oh no, Paimon, I'm jumping into the water! Oh no, whatever will I... Oh, because it doesn't matter, and she shouldn't have freaked out in the first place. Why do I have to come all the way over here now? Shouldn't Linny just have taken one side and I'd take the other?
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it here and walk away.
It's all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time?
Wow.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Oh, I hope she becomes an enemy at some point. I would very much like to melt her.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
You don't have to use it for moving. It's just a bag. You can use it for anything in which you would normally use a bag. Oh my god.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets?
All 3 of them?
That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some, interesting opinions.
This is incorrect. Many are quite stubborn. Out of the 3 people, it was 2 to 1. I wouldn't call 2 to 1 2 people and 1 other person who was okay with it many compared to few. No kidding.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
Ooh, material farm.
You want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Wow, you love
Oh, that would be
quoting
much
Sucho.
appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
So, Linny being that dude has earned, what, 10 of my American dollars so that I can get him immediately instead of waiting. I'm sorry, 15 of my American dollars. More than enough. Probably gonna get it on this one. Didn't even need to get all that. Okay. Now the only shitty thing is I have like none of their materials. So I can... How did I ascend her? First place. I don't even... Oh, because you got that when you... Yeah, that's right. I can do his whatchamacallit and level him, but I need to get a bunch of those anyways. I have. He's a good shard shot guy, right? This isn't off. I think I'm gonna get that Sunblazer Battle Pass thing though at some point. Nope. Now was not the time. Now is Genshin time. What happened to my like, why is my volume so must have got a slider. Get out of here. Oh yeah, my boat's still stuck there. Well, I'll just leave that.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect for maritime flowers.
That's not super goddamn annoying. I don't even have to do that. I could just do this. Man. Imagine not having Mona and having to do this. That would suck.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
So now are we supposed to be confused as to whether or not she's
the
a
performance is still
automatron or not?
Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the Court of Fontaine.
So, we're going to the Court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
Just walk away.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Of course not. You're a flying object.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
She's like up that guy's asshole, and he just didn't notice.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
Or perhaps we can leave this to the police. Oh, don't be that way,
You two
Twain.
can ride the lift
Don't do
over
it.
there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Understood.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, I lost my 50-50. I was like, I think I got it in my first 10 pull because I was already at like 70 or 68 or something like that. The lift actually gonna work now? I lost my 50-50 to Dia. Which I'm never gonna be unhappy about until I get her to C6. I'd also saved up for Linny's weapon, which I have, but I gave it to Ganyu because, oh god. Mostly because then I also got, no, hey, I got Yelan off that first 10 pull. And then I got Dia like 30 in or something like that. 30 or 40 in. I think it was 40. I'm like, well, let's keep fucking going. And then I got and then it took me 80 wishes to get the city or whatever. I was also pretty close to pity on the weapon. I was just lucky to get the one I wanted. I mean, the thing is though, like, this weapon banner is disgusting. Hold on, for those that haven't seen it, this, if you are ever going to wish on a weapon banner, this is the one. Favonius Lance and Broadsword, which, like, the Broadsword's not great, but it's still pretty good. Favonius Lance is really good. Sacrificial Sword's really good. Fragments are good. The bow's really good. Like, this is quite possibly the strongest weapon banner this game has ever had. Both of the bows are sick. Like, you lose, you get the other one, that's fine. You still got a great bow. So that's why I was fine with wishing on this. I was like, I'll take 2 aquas, I'm fine with that. No. So I was already, like, close to pity with when I got Yelan. That one was a 50-50 that I won. And then I lost the subsequent 50-50. But it was, like I said, it was like 40 in, and it was Dia, so I wasn't too upset. Yeah, my like 110 wishes or whatever that I saved up for were really lucky. Even though I was close to pity on both banners, it's still lucky.
Wanted us to wait.
It was, yeah.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Get ready to stop her. Or
no.
not.
Did she notice us?
Well, we did turn and look right at her.
What should we do? Should we chase her?
It's not like she can go anywhere. Our job is to block this path. Rest is up to Lily.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away. Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief.
There's no reason for us to stay here, except for we're not exactly sure what happened, but yeah, let's go find him.
Let's go.
You idiots! I told you to wait there!
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway.
Oh shit.
I should be going now. Thanks again.
I didn't realize how visible that tree would be. Man, how can the Hydro Archon be all high and mighty and she has to look at that in the scenery and think she's just like way better than all the other gods? Like, this is fucking majestic.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Lenny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
How?
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's
How
just a twisted ankle, that's
Did
all.
a very
In fact,
coordinated
it's feeling
magician
better already.
If you want to play at being a hero,
twist
at
his
least
ankle?
try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You know, I gotta say, I'm all for, like, hey man, that's your fashion, do your thing. But holy shit, does this look like a crotch grabber. Like, I can't imagine how uncomfortable that would feel on the crotch.
You're right.
It's so
Sorry,
tight.
I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the Court of Fontaine now.
Also, I don't think I noticed this about his design before.
Oh, it's an honor to be here.
Is it time for a magic show?
his, I don't think I noticed the tails. Like the tuxedo tails. That's a nice touch to his outfit.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around! People in Fontaine really know how to use water!
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine.
Yeah, I know. We got the spiel
pretty
before.
Convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while.
I'm
The
glad
scenery is
that they
always the
throw
same.
that out there. Hey,
That's
did
why
you
it's better to
accidentally
travel
do
with
this earlier?
friends.
Haha, dumb
So you
fuckers.
mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real
Why
trip
don't you
when
just
it's
program
the
me
two of us.
to talk more
It's
than
the same as
that?
being at home.
Whatever.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Did he mention that he was the older sibling? Must have missed that. Otherwise, that's just a brash assumption there. Hey! Hey! Let's go! We just didn't notice her get on?
Huh?
Charletto!
What?
What?
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
It's Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus.
Oh my god.
In the story of my life, this is big news.
Let's just, for a second, again, stop and just look at how goddamn adorable her design is. Oh my god. Just...
What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friend!
I'm sure she knows that.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
Considering you're the only paper in all of
It's
Twain.
an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place.
Yeah, all 5 of us.
So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much.
Okay,
When there
this is
isn't any
actually a
breaking
fine
news,
way
I
to go
mainly cover
through
the trials at the
the
opera
ride.
house.
I don't even mind now.
You could still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That would definitely get my attention.
Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive,
That's not what I
sensational
said.
news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
Oh god, that
That's
sounds
right.
serious.
These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy.
I'm sure they already are.
Oh,
You're the one with
all
the
kinds of materials.
goddamn
I
vision,
just
unless
can't
they all
wait
have
for the
visions
truth
too.
to be revealed.
So,
Also,
what
I
is
love how her
the
camera has a hat.
serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common
I was
is
gonna
that
say,
the
are you
girls
sure?
are all of
Yeah.
a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace.
Sure, they didn't just
But the
all die
scariest
of
part
old age.
is that
Like,
to
similar
this
age,
day,
88.
none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in
probably
connection
dead.
with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
There must be more than one criminal at work.
Yes, it's possible. But either
Probable.
way, I
Probable.
believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Or clone
Please
her.
don't imagine that, Lenny.
Yeah, that's kind of morbid. Can you not talk about my kidnapping right in front of me, please? It was funny watching her freak out over everybody that we knew.
We're almost there! Look!
Okay, not that I'm never against chanting. I love me some chanting and music. But that was some of the most half-assed chanting I've ever heard. It's like they're looking at their watch while they're singing.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
Will do.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone.
Your belt always hanging down behind you for no reason.
Now,
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Like, she actually has a belt made for somebody with like a size 87 waist.
sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
Their house? No, this just has to be the courtyard. Or yeah. Two. One. Oh, who else has to be? Any. Boom. All right, I'll be back. This city is so big. It looks smaller than Liwa. Guess that doesn't make it also not big. Can both be very big. Well, that thing's super cool, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Step on up.
That Doughblade ain't though. I need to. I guess at least for an unleveled sack sword for now or something. Then I can run twice in a row. 3 times in a row.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I love his design.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
He's my father. Arlecchino?
Hello.
I know Arlecchino's a
Nice to
woman.
meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
What a talented family. We're all from Snezhnaya. We're all orphans.
Winnie, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Maybe if you just go over there. Wow. They're the best whisperers I have ever seen.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework.
Is that how
Sorry
you
for the
respond to housework?
interruption.
I
Before I
see.
forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine. Always quick with the
Are
underwater
all of you
work.
fucking robots?
All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Is Linny like the only real person? Everything else just is his really, really, really good puppets?
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right.
He does. He sounds like the fucking Eeyore of Genshin. Can I talk to you for a second, Vinny?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
As though the angels are crying.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe.
There's a legend about
It's
the
said
rain
that a
I
dragon
tend
of
to
water
believe.
once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where
Yes.
the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour
Oh,
out
I'm sorry.
rain.
I didn't realize it was the dragon crying. Sorry.
When I was a child,
Idiotic of me to
my
presume
mother told me
angels.
that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Could that Hydro Dragon be the elemental dragon of Fontaine? Probably.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Yeah, fuck you.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
Sucks to suck.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
That is odd.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
Did you just stand out in the rain the whole time?
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, go perform.
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day.
What's the last aqua bus? Like 5 p.m.?
Just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Sounds good. You go ahead.
Oh, are you leaving now?
No.
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be
I feel so bad for him.
Fremine has
I know what that
been
feels like.
afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
I started drinking alcohol.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Brings out the extroversion
I'm
in
quite
everybody.
useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
What, transporting goods?
This will be a walk in the park for us.
You can dive underwater and gather them, but you cannot transport them from one dwelling to another? Sounds more like how I made Mr. Oh, Mr. Starbuck. Frenemy. Mighty's gone. All right, Dia. Back in action.
Got a job for me?
You.
Wait for my signal.
To do what? Seriously, dude?
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Yeah, he was sitting right there. What? She's sitting right
Oh,
there.
hello there.
What are you screaming
Customers?
for?
Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making...
Remember,
What were they called again?
the correct way to wear goggles is how Estelle's wearing goggles. Or Bennett. But either way, love it!
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
We need to pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Whoa. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology, and wasting is a kind of crime.
I feel like that line is the type of line that would make everyone's grandparents here cringe. Why use your hands when the machine can do the work? I think I'm having a heart attack.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you.
Fucking energy. Get over yourself.
Everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
That you explained it pretty well for a layman. Okay, so for those that don't know, indemnity is a legal term, or a very common term in legal profession. So it's fun that they use that as the name for the energy, indemnitium. So an indemnity clause in contracts is like, if, let's say they're like, you have a contract with somebody, let's say something comes out of that where a third party ends up suing one of the two parties. Then that party that's getting sued can indemnify the other. That's a really bad way of describing it. So you're basically making it so that you're not the only one taking responsibility. That makes sense.
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Oh, they produce energy, all right.
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
That's bullshit. That machine didn't take a job, it just made the job different. So instead of being the person that is the blacksmith, she is the person who maintains the machine that is the blacksmith.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source?
Paimon's more cynical than I thought. Fucking people and their beliefs. Elventi and Nahidabel said the gods rely on belief to obtain power. Why the fucking Ryan Shogun is so powerful.
Means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense.
Oh, guess who's the
Besides
layman
emitting,
now?
We have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
Here comes Captain
You
Douchebag
again?
and his henchmen.
Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Fuck that! You better pull out your dull... Oh my god, now we're just gonna let this poor woman... Sounds like a usual case of someone being extorted for money.
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first?
Good fucking lord. Oh my god. Why? Okay, real talk. Is he just standing slightly off screen with his back turned, just waiting for the right moment to say something? Why would his back be turned here?
If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine.
You probably would have realized we were here if you didn't have your back turned like a fucking moron.
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Sure seem to have run into a lot of friends today. Friends is an interesting word.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now. And honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
I don't mind a little excitement every now and then. Otherwise the game would be boring.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you
You
catch
could
up
have
with
left.
your
You
friends?
chose to stand there
Listen
and
to
then
me,
get his
boy.
attention.
If you want your Mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tooser ice fishing, Tooser said,
Hey, that's way over the line. All right, boys.
What,
Let's see who has
talking
to
about his
pay up
family?
now.
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Go ahead, they're all yours.
I'm sure this won't take long.
Pow, boom, pep! Are they actually letting me... Oh, they are! Let's go!
Brace yourself. This is gonna...
Oh, what's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's North?
What staffer dresses like that?
Don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a
He
little
has
late, don't you think?
his fucking hydro
Just make sure you understand that you
mission
don't
right
mess
there.
with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Now's my chance.
I mean, you don't need to use the hydro to kick your ass.
That was weird.
What just happened?
I'm not sure.
Are you weak now?
It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
That was good.
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Better not use that fucking thing too often.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child?
Tend to become evil when you
Work
do
for
that.
Northland Bank?
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
It's called angst.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
Called angst. He's just growing up. It was about this power. Do you have any idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss.
We're level 10 friends,
It was
I know.
during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques.
I feel like that everybody in
One
the abyss would be
I asked
like
her why
that.
she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that.
A hydro
But
dragon.
my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us.
Hey, good memory.
Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
Yo, what's up, Possum? Also, GG's. Finally got that gene. Go enjoy your gene. Gene, I love gene.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
Very possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss.
So
no,
why don't
really?
you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
Insensitive, Paimon.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Could it all have been a fever dream?
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Fever dream that taught you kung fu?
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
That sounds like an excuse.
More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more
By
of a
the way, you're
personal
welcome, lady.
Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among
God,
the
we're
nation's
never gonna be found
best.
guilty.
And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Or that.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death.
That's because enough people
So
die
really,
anyways.
the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor.
Or somebody who
why
they know
gamble
they're a
with your
really
life?
fucking good fighter.
So, do
Like a
many
champion
people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Yeah.
Clorinde.
Earlier today, when we met the Hydro Archon.
Oh, before I forget,
also,
I want you to have this.
The fuck?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I thought you couldn't do
I'm
that.
just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off without it for now.
Maybe it won't. Because, like,
Besides,
didn't some people
I
get rid
just
of
need you to hold on
she
to it
tried
for
to
a
get
short
rid of
while.
hers and she couldn't.
I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
But maybe because he intends on getting it back, it's fine.
You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon.
Called the facade, Paimon.
Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Tell me what to do. Oh, God forbid we actually explore ourselves.
Wow, most of the story was the murderer all along!
Don't blurt it out. Rude.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all.
Yeah, be surprised and quiet. It's not that hard.
I never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
You have any idea how long we were loitering here?
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel.
You don't know what the word novel means.
It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
You already spoiled it.
Oh, sorry about that.
Not fucking
I will be more
Cardassians. So the
careful
whole
next
thing
time.
is, well, you know who did it from the beginning, but it's about how they did
To
it.
the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Linny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus.
Probably activate one at some point, huh? Hey, there's one. Okay. What? This conversation doesn't seem to warrant him leaning forward with his arms outspread like that.
Look how lame Ammonia's idea of crisis awareness defies words.
Hey, Auntie, how's it going? Well, as a... Oh, this is the steam bird. Doing well would be a... I guess I'm alright. I guess I'm doing
I've never seen anything like. I simply could not.
alright. Our place isn't even worth mentioning. So it's like on this level? We have to go up, and how do we get up? Other than climbing, because I would normally climb, but I should probably just not do that. How do we get down here? Like, did we take a lift? Ah. Get up. I want to get up. I probably should have checked. Let's see. Wow, the doors don't close? That's, a risk. Although I guess... yeah, you could fall. It would just be impressive. Oh, God. I knew it. Fucking knew it. Not that I've seen around here. Hi, Elfane. How do you do? Immediately. Oh, you are very much different from your coworker.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently.
That's kitschy.
Please do not stick your head.
hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so.
Oh, Thane's got her shit together.
Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself.
Oh, that's a hell of a sales pitch.
The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and
the
yawn in
Opera
front of me.
Edifice.
That's not rude.
If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
Can't tell she's being sarcastic. It just stayed in place.
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know why that was so funny. I guess it's just not some shit like you'd expect them to say. Our hands suck for grasping pens. She might low-key be the funniest person in Fontaine. I was gonna say maybe type instead, but that'd be even worse. Imagine having mittens on trying to type. Possible. Alright, everyone. We are going to the court, which they call the Opera House because they're fucking heathens. Oh, hello. Ah, why not? I haven't gotten a chest yet. Oh. What is that? Okay. Well, if I'm like Mona. Okay. Oh, I see.
We could do with some more fortune.
That's some interesting fight music. It is, to be completely honest, there was a time early on, very early on in my playing, I'd say like in the first month and a half that I was playing, I did not play a ton because the AR grinding and like the wall, like the newbie wall that they put up until you hit certain AR levels was, what the fuck did you do to this dog? It can't see anything! That's abuse. Oh, it is adorable. Yes, it is. Looks like a poodle. I am a poodle fan.
Seems like the stories here never have a happy ending.
But yeah, like the wall that they put up, the newbie wall where they like hold your hand, is really annoying in this game. Really annoying. Yep, here it is. That's the shot right there. Oh, hey, somebody from Inazuma.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it.
As opposed to Honkai Star Rail, which is they did learn from their mistake because Honkai Star Rails was way easier to deal with. It felt significantly more natural. Like, very rarely did I ever have to go out of my way to raise my trail. I think it's Trailblazer level. TL, TR, TL.
Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
You know, your name isn't too far away from spelling idiot. And in fact, you can look at this and you can see IDIOT. So, I wouldn't be so arrogant about, you know, for sure having a genius child if I were you. I was wondering what you were talking about. It's like, the pills? What have I been missing in Star Rail? Yeah, their system's a little, their pull system is a little better than Genshin's is. Yeah, yeah. I have not. I like the second boss. The first and the third bosses were not super impressive fights to me.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Like, the first boss is tedious, and I don't think all that well designed. It was kind of generic from both a, like, aesthetic point of view and also, like, its, the way it functioned. Like, the fight itself.
Vache.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Vache.
Vache. Vache.
Oh god, I'm tripping on mushrooms again. Did you say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Whose voice was that just now?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette!
I
Scared Paimon!
hate...
When did you get here?
hate when they do that with her. They have her, like, scared reaction way too late. It's just completely unnatural. Like, she should have jumped as soon as Lynette said something.
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now. Oh, trust me, I'm not crazy or schizophrenic or anything like that. I thought, you know, it's perfectly natural.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice is coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
Others in my family of robots.
The hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
Oh, I bet what's-his-face does.
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When I run out of
Paimon's
food!
really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Extreme emotions.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges.
Oh.
Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Now that's an interesting explanation. Not sure whether I buy it, though.
So, what did the voice say?
Seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions...
Just say what the name is. What's the point of holding that info to yourself?
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
He's drunk again.
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Let's. Hello there, Aphie. I thought I'd be annoyed by these things, but these things are fucking adorable. Pleasantly surprised.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Y'all hear the Great Ace Attorney judge in the background playing his organ? One of my favorite things about those playthroughs. Oh, I shouldn't pat myself on the back because it's stupid. I had a lot of fun whenever that would happen.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment, I'll fetch the tickets. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats! Thanks, Linny!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Linny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Isn't the front row
I'll be right
like
there. Seems there's an
not
issue
the best
with
seat in the
stage props
house
over there.
First,
That's
performance
Cal,
like
my
this?
assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Let's get busy.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
I was like, when the fuck did you start saying that? Where am I? The hell of a lobby. God damn. Look at this. Oh, 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 oh. That's a courtroom. Wow.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Did we just like pass that person like they weren't there? Man, those are some awesome seats. Don't you know you're not supposed to have floating objects in here? Okay, calm down, Lumine. Silence is okay. You don't have to make conversation. Just be chill. It'll be okay. Shut up!
Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us.
Everybody
Since
can
we're
hear
sitting
you.
together, and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
It's only awkward because you're making it awkward. I could sit right next to somebody in an empty theater, not say a word to them, and I'd be perfectly okay. More people should be okay with that. You're up, Paimon.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
You're the one who fucking
Excuse
suggested
me.
it.
I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh,
Got a good voice.
so you heard all of that, did ya?
Yeah.
Boy, you sure have good ears.
No.
I thought she was keeping her voice down.
Oh, in this echoey room that doesn't have anybody else in it?
Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that.
Correct.
So let's talk. But what should we talk about?
How about you ask him who he is and not be fucking weird? It's getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as
love
required by
his
proper
drip.
etiquette, I will also introduce myself.
You don't have to say that
am-
aloud.
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Nivelet. Nivelet. Oh, dude, don't worry about it. People have their disagreements in YouTube comments. That's what they're for. I ain't sweating it. But if it will help relieve the stress you have been feeling about it, I thank you.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is.
You interrupted
Allow
us.
me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice.
Oh, dicks.
That seat is always reserved for him.
Dicks.
It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
I
No
wouldn't
offense
have been
taken.
rude if I had known you were
Being Chief
important.
Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I
love
should
him.
probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
This is the second
So I
impression.
think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
He's like her dad.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Oh, it's just the Hydro
She
Archon.
sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! never seen a real live magic show before.
He does. I would agree with that. I do get more of a Barrack vibe from him without the potential racism. Maybe he is. I don't know. We just haven't seen it yet.
Oh, they're dimming the lights.
Shut up. We can hear you echoing through the hall.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Just shh your mouth.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here
Hi,
is my
Linny.
sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hi, Lynette.
Hello, everyone.
Quiet,
She seems to be a
assistants.
little sleepy right now, but that's
You are
just
not
a
allowed
sign
to
that she's
speak.
nervous.
Whatever.
You
Now,
comedy act
some
as well?
of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Ah, okay, because he said so.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without
You mean
further
fake
ado,
magic.
let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh?
Oh, where did those come from? Oh dear.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Hey,
It's
we don't
actually
have a
quite
hydro
simple.
element.
She'll just
Bullshit.
turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
I really want to play the final countdown if I were sure it wouldn't get me struck. my god.
Disappear
What a show!
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To
My
appreciate magic,
simple-minded friend.
you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Agreed!
That's right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here.
What if they actually set up like an
magic
hour's worth of
transformation and
magic tricks for us? That'd be
disappearance can
awesome.
go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations.
Okay, Lelouch,
So, for my
relax.
next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes
is it gonna
and
be the
only
Traveler?
2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see. Shut
the lucky
up!
audience member will be generated by this
Like,
random
there's just
number
no reason
selector.
to have Paimon talk.
It selects numbers entirely at random.
Oh,
Even
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure.
know who will be chosen to participate.
Yeah, okay.
Now then, let's begin.
I believe you.
Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
Is that the girl from earlier?
I'm sorry,
She has
it
the same
might be a
hairstyle,
little
but-
cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully
I don't remember what
arranged
she was
everything
wearing.
for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meropide.
Oh, okay.
Like, whatever,
All right.
I suppose.
Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this.
30!
60.
Oh,
59.
that's even funnier.
58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
The whole crowd counting together, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60,
Mississippi.
59,
Mississippi.
58.
Mississippi.
60! 59!
Mississippi.
58!
Mississippi.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54!
Inazuma. Inazuma. Inazuma.
Why aren't you counting, Neuvillette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
I think he really wants to slice Paimon's
Serious
head
that
off.
Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40! 39!
Inazuma. Inazuma.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Garrick,
I'm
shut up.
just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
It's all part of the show. I wouldn't say that was a bang, more of a thud.
What was that noise? Did you hear it?
Shut. Maybe it was to divert our attention.
Not sure.
Fucking
anyway,
Mark.
It doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25! Inazuma. They are seriously ruining what could be a great scene with every other shot being Paimon talking. Like, just shut up. There's no reason to have her do that. Just let the story play itself. We don't need Paimon to comment on everything. That ruins the storytelling.
What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds.
What am I gonna do with him? Inazuma.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10! Almost there now. 8! Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7! Hey, slow down! Honestly! 5! 4! 3! Whoops! That doesn't count! 0!
Okay, that was actually kind of sick.
Ta-da!
That was pretty... I wasn't expecting the old, like, oh shit, I fucked up! And I only had 3 seconds! That was pretty awesome. Oh shit! Well, there's no blood, so...
What happened?
Oh, there... Oh, fuck, never mind. He moved back, though! How did he... Or was that the woman?
Huh? Is this part of the show?
Excited. Oh my god!
You're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
Yeah.
What happened? Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
Does she have a mask on, though?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards secure
Dude,
the
whoever
scene
that
and
was is
detain all
dead.
the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Gods.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
Wait!
His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
Oh!
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
That the other guy wasn't Cowell.
We're still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
Hey, another girl that disappeared.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Why? Because it was a young woman that disappeared?
The serial disappearances case?
That would be the serial disappearances of young women cases, yes. Pulled off like this in front of audience, including the Archon and Chief Justice.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Why would he do that right in front of all of you when he'd obviously be the most likely suspect?
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not?
Oh, holy shit, this logic.
Think about it.
Can't keep up with it.
Speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Linney do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances.
Oh.
He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
So he's a suspect at most.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
So you're going through all that shit, and then when it comes to actually making the decision, you're like, nah.
Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you?
What the fuck are you bringing me in this for?
He was the one who helped you the first time we met.
Ah, yes, that means I must fight on his behalf in trial by combat. That makes a shit ton of sense. Sure, I trust him. I've known him for a whole day.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome.
Agreed.
So, no more draws.
Says America.
Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Trying to see where I know her that voice from. She's Miss Joke in My Hero, but that's not who I'm
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order.
Oh, that's in Machina.
Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth.
Investigation day one, baby! Let's go!
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time.
Bitch, please. I played several
really
Ace
quite
Attorney
looking
games.
Forward to hearing it.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared
No.
after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal.
She was Android 18 in Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Schrodinger in Hellsing Abridged. That's probably what I know her from. She was also Brandish in Fairy Tail, but her voice in that role was much different. Man, thing. It was like this awesome mix of like fan-made stuff and then also actual like shows and stuff.
I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
No.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me.
As you know, the lawyer must trust in his client absolutely, except when we need to find out the truth. Then you don't trust your client absolutely.
I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
You know, you say that, but there's no denying what happened.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Where the fuck did you get those? Okay, that's pretty goddamn funny, Paimon. Well done.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
They are hilarious on
Our own
you.
savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm used to this sort of thing. All a day's work.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
Yep, it's a fucking Ace Attorney trial. Hey, you know, if you don't give us this information, you're going to die. But it's a magician's trade secret. I cannot tell. You are going to die!
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
Oh, God,
I
Lynette!
suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial.
It's not an Ace Attorney game!
Truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it.
Let's fucking go.
We should go
What?
somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks.
Giga Chad.
We'll go speak with the
Chad.
guards.
It should
and
seem
in the
obvious, but
meantime,
remember, we've
you
all
can
played
go
Ace Attorney.
investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case.
And Attorney Lumine. Dun 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 dun.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
She's keeping them on. We're Lydia Lynette's attorneys.
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess.
Well, sure, that would be ideal, but...
What do you mean?
The Hydra Archon called us out.
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Why was Cowl inside?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes
That
holding
does
the
seem to
tank
be a
were
bit
then
of an
burned
oversight.
by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
He would, but then he would also be the most likely suspect. Ah, Motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't.
Oh
say
my
we're
god.
good
Hitting
friends,
all
but
the good points, all of
each
you.
other for
Well
a
done.
little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real
Are you
trick of a magician
fucking
is
kidding me?
holding the
We live in a
audience
world
in
of
the palm of their
visions.
hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
Also, yes. That's not always true.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward.
Cynical, not straightforward.
Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Let's fucking go! We get a court record! This is better than Ace Attorney! Oh my god, this is sick! I didn't realize it'd be this involved! Okay. Okay. You know what? I think that is a good... Where's the... Oh, I thought I had to equip it. I guess it's just kind of there? Yeah, it's just kind of... Okay, fair enough. Bravo, Hoyoverse. Bravo. I'm gonna end for tonight because I gotta go to bed and then wake up and do more lawyer shit tomorrow. But then, when I get back home, we will resume doing more fictional lawyer shit in this game. We will be back tomorrow with the investigation and hopefully the trial. Huh! They might just make this Ace Attorney 7. Just make Ace Attorney 7 a whole spin-off of Fontaine. Like, it's in Fontaine. Phoenix Wright is there for some reason. Just do it. I don't even care the backstory. Just make it happen. Thank you for watching. Holy shit, this is hype. Hope to see you all tomorrow. You'll know which stream to go to because it'll have real lawyer plays in the, you know, capital letters like I normally do the baiting everybody in. I guess it's not really bait. I am doing that, but you know. All right. Thanks for hanging, everybody. I am excited, and I hope to see you all tomorrow for the next part of this story. Until then, stream is adjourned.